I love superheroes. I love them more when they're female, like Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Catwoman. The way they transform to save the day just captivates me. Their strength, resilience, and courage just makes them unstoppable forces. So let's talk about our superpowers as female professionals. I know superpowers sound mystical and beyond reach. In this episode, I will guide you to identify your superpower. I'm Dr. Gloria Esoimeme, a board-certified internal medicine physician with a master's and PhD in public health, and your very own negotiation coach. Let's dive in. So I chose this topic for the first episode because every great negotiation starts with you knowing what you bring to the table. So if you're aware of your superpowers and what makes you stand out, then you'll be more confident to ask for what you deserve. As women, we tend to underestimate our greatest skills and see them as ordinary rather than the superpowers that they are. So we have multiple superpowers. Maybe you're a great speaker and can communicate your thoughts clearly, but you take it for granted because you've always been eloquent. So I had this friend from secondary school. This girl could speak so eloquently, and she would hold and grab the attention of the crowd seamlessly. So many people have to learn to do that, and even with training, only few people can achieve her level of mastery of public speaking. Another example could be you are a great writer and can just pour out words per second more than the speed of light. That's a superpower. Another superpower could be you pay attention to details, you're very thorough and methodical. One superpower that you may not even think of as a superpower is being bilingual. I had a colleague who got a very high-paying job just because he speaks Spanish. This boy is from Guatemala. Everybody speaks Spanish in Guatemala, but it became a superpower in that specific position. I could never get that job. I don't speak Spanish. Okay, so now you may go, oh, I don't have those skills. I don't speak Spanish. I'm not eloquent. But I'll tell you about one of my superpowers. I'm sharing this so you know superpowers come in different forms. So this superpower comes from being born into a large family. How, you may ask? I'll tell you. I'm the fifth of 7 kids. If you know anything about large families, that tells you I'm blowing the chain of command. However, my position in my family gave me the opportunity to learn how to collaborate with people. So my ability to work with people is one of my superpowers. It has helped me know when to be assertive, how to read people fast, when to let things go, know who's an ally, who to reach out to based on what's at hand, when to apologize, and just how to navigate in a group. So that's a soft skill that I have used across multiple settings, countries, and cultures. Just the way I was born into a large family, you may be from a very small family. So your superpower may be that you can work independently and get resources outside your immediate environment to get the job done. Other superpowers could be just having grit and resilience and just being able to sit and get the job done no matter what. So what I just talked about are soft skills. So superpowers are not just soft skills. They can be technical expertise like coding, like your medical specialty, if you're a nurse, you're a graphic designer, or you're a pilot. But both technical and soft skills can be leveraged depending on the situation. And there are so many other superpowers that you may not even realize are superpowers. One of them could be the number of years you spent on a job. So if you've been at a job for like 10, 15 years, you definitely know the lay of the land. Maybe even more than some of your higher ups. You may know when and why some policies were placed. So when you go to negotiate, you can leverage your experience of knowing and fully understanding the organizational culture and transition since you've been at the job for a long time. And you may not know this, some organizations, they give bonuses for longevity. So go look in your contract. So here's this one. It's having school-aged kids. I'm sure you're thinking I'm pushing it. You may disagree with me, but just wait a second, I'll show you. So if you have school age kids, so when you are interviewing or negotiating for a job with a in a place with high attrition, just because it's rural or it's urban or for whatever reason, maybe it's just a location where most people do not want to be. So you could leverage that you have school age kids and will most likely be in that location for the long haul because you don't want to move your kids. You want your kids to have stable friends and social environment. So how about this one? Having no kids. So with this, if you apply for a job that requires traveling, you can easily leverage it. You can travel easily. You don't need childcare. So what's my point? My point is that we have so many superpowers. Most we don't even realize that we can leverage. And the coolest thing is we can continue to develop our superpowers. For example, my ability to collaborate with people, that's a skill that even though I know I've had it since forever, I continuously work to improve. I read books, I ask for feedback, and I cross correct fast. And as we journey through life and our careers, we acquire more superpowers, and this gives us so much more to leverage. So what makes you unique? Even though superpowers may overlap among people, the combination of your powers and how you use them is what makes you unique. Our finger markings make each person unique. So too does the combination of your education, skill sets, and experiences makes you unique. Like finger markings, superpowers can be shared among different people, but your specific combination of superpowers is now like your fingerprints, the unique pattern that sets you apart. So now that we've learned more about superpowers, here's what I want you to do. Number one, find out your superpowers. So how do you find out your superpowers? To be honest with you, it takes some degree of self-awareness and humility. Our technical skills are a little bit more easier to identify. If you're a software developer, you're a doctor, you're a pilot, a nurse, an accountant, those are very easy to identify. But the next step you need to do is find out what sets you apart from your colleagues with the same education. To do that, you need to think of situations where you have previously thrived, where others have struggled. What awards have you received in the past? What do your colleagues and bosses say about you? Take it a step further. Ask your close friends and family about your strengths. And when they tell you all these strengths, write them down. And this, after you have all of that written down, this is the next thing I want you to do. I want you to look for an opportunity to negotiate, lean into your strengths, and leverage it during the interview. So identify which of your superpowers is relevant to that opportunity and then highlight them. You will find strength and growth when you consciously operate in your superpower. And then send me a PM. Send me a private message. I want to celebrate you. However way it goes, just let me know. And then the third is, if you want to fast track your growth, come work with me. I'm still accepting clients. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Let's schedule a strategy call. Let's see if we are a good fit. I'll be looking out for your messages on LinkedIn. I truly believe you are worth more than you ever know. Keep developing yourself. Imagine living a life where you truly know your worth. A life of confidence, empowerment, and limitless possibilities. You step into rooms with assurance, negotiate for what you deserve, and refuse to settle for less than your value. Opportunities will only come to you because you recognize your strengths and boldly claim your place. I want to thank you for listening to me. And let me know if there are topics you want me to discuss or if you have questions based on this episode. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you.